Queen Imani.
So, Chin Chilla, tell everybody where you from. Tell them about yourself. Go ahead and let, for those that don't know.
Chin Chilla Meek, Harvey World Crazy, 147 Crazy, CLB Crazy, all that. We all in the building, gang, whole lot of gang going on, you know what I'm saying? Nah, but we out here, been putting on like Jesus did for Nazareth, you feel me? Harvey World Crazy, that's where I'm from. Harvey, Illinois.
Okay.
You did.
So now, Meek, you've had a couple of mixtapes. You've had Beauty and the Beast. You've had It Feels Good to Be Great with DJ Moondog hosted that. And so now you got, what's going on? We got Beauty and the Beast too?
All right, so I kept pump faking myself for the longest about Beauty and the Beast too, because I'm like a super anxious type person, you know, and I be extra anxious, jumping my own gun, and always speaking too much or doing the most. So kind of like Beauty and the Beast was this baby that I allowed to like kill itself, kind of. However, the new project is like, I'm glad that I allowed that to happen though, because the new project and the music that we making right now, shout out to ID and the cut back here. The music that's coming out is like beyond anything that I've ever done. So I'm kind of excited about, you know, pump faking myself and actually, you know, being in this position now. It's made me way more enthused about making music. I feel like how I did when I first started, like it's just super genuine now, and it's not a force. Like when I was trying to focus on pushing out Beauty and the Beast 2, it was like, oh, I gotta get in the studio, I gotta make this hit, I gotta do this, they got a video dropping, I gotta go shoot a video, you know. When it's more like when you get in that comfortable space again and you find time and just the energy and the mode of everything is just right, then it comes out, you know. I was trying to do Beauty and the Beast too. At that point in time, I had a lot of real life issues going on, you know what I'm saying? And the thing with music, like the way I love music, me and this chick music, you know, we go together or whatever, like the way that works is I have to have focus on that. I can't have my outside world, outside of my relationship with music, you know, be a distraction, because it definitely is a distraction. And if you're a person that understands how you create, or a creative person generally, you understand that, you know, like it takes this certain type of mindset for you to do what you really want to do. Not what you really want to do, how you really want it to sound, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it wasn't sounding like how I wanted it to sound. It was, but it was like I know that I'm capable of doing way better stuff.
That's dope.
Okay.
That's dope.
That's real.
I was fighting demons, man.
So you took a break. So do you feel like, would you say that you took a step back from music, or you took a break from music at
I
any
never
point?
took a step back, because like I said, I love music, and it's just natural. Like I go to people's studio sessions and just sit in and write and do. I've never stopped recording since my last mixtape. I've never stopped writing music, recording music, none of that. Like I'm just in love with it, period. However, to the public's opinion, if you go missing for 5 months, you know what I'm saying, it's over.
Right. Definitely. I see.
So, yeah, and I was pretty much out for like a year and a half without dropping new music. I would throw little things out there so that like people would know that I'm still doing it. However, it wasn't as effective as it was when I was actually pushing the whole marketing Chin Chilla Meek thing. So, yeah.
Okay.
But we back.
Yes, I know one of my favorites in terms of just looking at, when I was looking at visuals and videos. Letter to My Ex was just so, I was just feeling like, girl, get him.
Girl, like you hear this other song we just wrote.
Man, you know, I was looking at that like, yeah, we gotta.
That's one of my favorite videos. Shout out to Tev too, by the way. He directed that one. Yeah, it's a mini movie. Okay. It's for sure like one of my favorite videos I ever did. When we were shooting that video, I was just geeking throughout the whole thing.
Yeah,
because I knew, like, you know how when you're doing something, like, man, this is gonna be cold.
Right. I was like, girl, you better get him. I was real geeked about that.
Y'all can go look at that, check that out. Letter to My Ex, Chin Chilla Meek YouTube right now.
Yeah, that was right. And I think it was so easy for people to relate to it, and not even necessarily just women, but anybody that got played or done wrong, or they just found out somebody was just lying to them, and so you out here living a double life, like you just ain't gonna tell.
Well written.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Okay. What's dope about that video though, like the girls like the song, but the guys like the video, like
oh, that's hard. That's hard.
Yeah, the guys like the video, kind of like how you was like play Snow on the Bluff for your chick, play Letter to My Ex for your guy. You did.
Yeah, I like that. I definitely like that. So
what would you say is your
your biggest influence? Like, what do you look to draw inspiration for your music? Not only sonically, but also just musically.
My life.
Yeah.
My life. However I'm feeling is how my pen is going to be directed.
Because you got to have life.
Definitely.
You got to live life. You got to let life happen in order to create.
Everything that I rap about is either something that I've been through, something that I'm going through, or something that I look forward to having. You feel me? So,
do you feel like you've lived this life before?
As an artist?
No, just period. Do you ever feel like you've been here before? I don't know if you guys believe in like reincarnations, things like that, but like, do you think that you've been here before?
At times.
Yeah.
At times I found myself being like way mature about certain situations and I know I'm like super silly or whatever, but then I'll be catching myself like, I really just said that. Like, it blows me sometimes. So, kind of, yeah. And then like older people always just tell me like, you act like an old lady, you know, when I was little or whatever. So maybe so. Maybe I was like Jimi Hendrix, like side chick or something.
Yeah. Jimi Hendrix side chick.
I'm not mad at that.
Okay. Oh, you're not mad at that, Carter?
No, not mad at that. That's a
pretty if you could pick somebody's side chick to be,
right,
it would definitely have been Jimmy, and we'd be tripping off acid together. Yeah.
Oh God.
Right now, the only feature I got is ID. You know?
Okay.
That's the only feature I got. I don't think that I don't know. I'm not, I don't bag out of working with people at all. If anybody reaches out and it's decent music, like, that's my number one thing. Like, I don't be wanting to just jump on anybody's music. Like, I'm not extra thirsty to come get in your booth or whatever.
Right.
However, if you dope and I feel like our talent or abilities are somewhat, compatible, then we rocking out.
Okay. So, what do you think separates yourself from other female artists, in particular, like just in general, not just coming out let's talk about the ones coming out of Chicago, and then just in terms of everywhere. We got some dope artists. We got Sasha Goes Hard, we got Shella Age, we got Lucci V, we got a couple of artists. So, what do you think separates you? Do you think it's your own personal swag that you have, or the content of your music? What do you think separates you as
y'all be blowing me with these other girl questions, because it's kind of like tight on. Like, it's always sound like I'm throwing shade, but I'm not throwing no shade, boo, no shade. But I feel like I rap for real. Like, for real though. Like,
no, I feel that.
Like,
go ahead. Let me turn you up.
Back in the back or whatever. This is ID from Sibley, first of all. Harvey World. Not ID the G, the new artist. I haven't met him, but shout out to you. I'm the brother of Marvo, the cousin of Ty Money. I've been doing this for a long time. Chin Chilla Meek is not your average female rapper. This is not that genre. This is somebody on a higher plane. Like, she's doing music on a way higher, different frequency.
Okay.
It's not bubblegum pop. It's not something you can put she has
those
music
nursery
running.
Rhymes.
You feel me? She has music running through her brain on a daily. It's running through her like your blood run through your veins.
Okay.
It's real serious, and I kind of had to stand up to say that. Shout out to all the girls that were mentioned, the women, excuse me. I know some of them. Shout out to y'all, fan and all that. This is a whole different wave. Like, when you heard Aaliyah and things of that sort, like, if you allow time to, take its course, her music, you feel me, this energy that's going on right now, y'all gonna really see what time it is, and then you won't even compare. You feel me? So I just had to say that.
No, that's real. Thank you.
He's
Thank
dope.
you, ID, for jumping in.
And he the realest. But nah, in all actuality, I just feel like I don't really push myself as okay, example. When I dropped my first mixtape, I intentionally did not feature my face on anything. You feel me? Because I didn't want people to see me. I didn't want people to take on, ooh, she pretty, or ooh, she got this, she do this. I wanted people to focus on my music. Right. And that's why I entitled it Beauty and the Beach. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you ain't got to never see me.
Right.
But you going to hear me for sure. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's what separates me from the rest of the girls. I really focus on my music being not just sound for a select group. I want my music to be like, when you listen to J. Cole and you feel that passion and this man really raps, I want you to pick up that same feeling from the music that I put together. For example, with the what do you call it? Letters to My Ex. You know what I'm saying? girls related to that because you could feel it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I want all my music to come off. And I feel like that's what separates me. Like I can pick up on that frequency. You know, we are what do you call it? Rhythmic people. And I'm tapping into that rhythm. You know, I'm gonna make you mad. I'm gonna make you happy. I'm gonna make you want to go do it somewhere. You know. You know, that's what music is supposed to do, and I feel like that's what I do. That a lot of other women don't.
A true art. I mean, it's supposed to make you feel something. I completely agree with that. So, in terms of that's something, I'm glad you said that in terms of not featuring yourself on the next project, because I think that, you know, of course, as a woman, you know, women, we like to feel sexy. We like to, you know, we want to be attractive, and vice versa. Guys, I think you guys want to be attractive, you know, as far as with women, towards as when it comes to women looking at you. But I find a lot of times, sometimes I think that other artists or other women, I think they so focused on the look or the gimmicks, and that takes away from whether they actually have great music or they don't. You know, the music is going to speak for itself regardless. But I think that's a great idea. That's great that, you know, you aren't focused on your look or whatever, because woman to woman, I can say, you know, you're a nice looking female, you know. And so I think that's a really I think that's great that, you know, you're not taking it to rely on your looks, you know, to get this or you get that. You know, you really coming hard with your lyrics, and I think that's dope. I think that's dope. I definitely think that's dope. So now, before, you know, you worked on 4 a.m. with Twista and things like that, you know, are you looking to link back up?
I low key be at Twista Studio like all the time. Okay. Like all the time.
Okay.
So us doing music is like no question if that is that if that will happen, because, you know, I'm always in his studio, like working with Sonny. Shout out to bro. But yeah, that is very much so possible. You know? As of right now, I don't have anything with him on it for this particular project, but you know. 4 a.m. is still out there. Y'all can go listen to that, download that. 4 a.m. Chin Chilla Meek featuring Twista.
All right. So one of the questions I definitely want to ask, you know, I see you hang out with a lot of guys. So from what I've observed, even just when I went to the listening party and things like that, do you think that keeps you on your toes, just in terms of, you know, because you already said, you know, as like I got from you and I got from ID, you know, you don't want to just be looked at basically as like a female rapper, because you don't think that it compare as much, you know, with different things and how you sound. So now, rap or hip hop, it's like a male dominated industry. So do you think that keeps you on your toes, you know, just in terms of being able to be around the guys and have a, you know, more inside look with them?
Yeah, but also I won't just shut it out as it being because I'm around girls. Well, I mean, I said because I'm around guys. It's the crowd of guys that I'm around. You know what I'm saying? And on top of the fact, like, also girls have that capability. So I'm gonna get back to that. But for example, I'm around Marvo record as he was before I started making music. You know what I'm saying? Before I really had made my little buzz, watching Marvo record. Watching ID record, watching Ty record, watching Shauna record, you know, it opens your mind up to just understanding how you want to sound. Right. A lot of people go in the booth and they go record and stuff, you know, I'm finna get this in one take, bro. Woo. You know, that shouldn't be your main focus. Right. You want to get that sound. And being around these people definitely kept me sharpened, you know, kept my pen sharp and whatever, because they're great. Like Marvo and Shauna, those two are amazing recording artists. Amazingly talented recording artists. Their recording process is just like, for all you little rappers out there that want to be real rappers, if y'all want to know what y'all want to know, if y'all want to do what y'all want to know, whatever, go watch Shauna record. Go watch Marvo record. Even Twista. Go watch Twista record. You know, these are people that I look up to as far as their work ethic and the process, man. It's crazy. Yeah. It's like me getting it's like what can I say? It's like Chris Brown sitting in the studio watching Michael Jackson type situation. And that's how it was, me being around these people. So yeah, they made me way better than your average Joe.
Yeah, that's a powerful analogy right there. That's what's up. Shout out to Marvo. That's the homie, man.
The dude is crazy.
Yes, going crazy with the vegan mafia.
Oh, please don't start.
Man, you came up here.
Shout out the grass eaters.
Yeah. came up here, was talking. He was having like a 5-minute conversation. The next thing I know, it was a crowd of people around him, y'all. He was talking for 30 minutes. I was like, oh.
That sounds about right.
Okay. I was like, all right then. Cool. But that's what's up, man. That's what's up. So how do you feel about this kind of like I want to say a new wave of music from Chicago, because I don't even like just singing drill music, because we have so much other things to offer. I don't like when, the media is just saying, oh, we just got drill music and drill rappers from Chicago. Like, I be listening, like, sometimes I'm like, they're not even a drill rapper. Like, why are you saying it? But I think they're trying to put all the media, or just not outsiders who aren't from Chicago, they don't understand. So I think they just group everything into like drill rap. But how do you think music from Chicago? What do you think about it right now? Like the sound?
I think Chicago is the dopest sound in the industry. I think Chicagoans are the gatekeepers. I feel like we are the actual trendsetters. Everything that goes on in Chicago is eventually duplicated in the actual industry. And it all starts here. It's always started here. All of the people that are in the industry right now that have influenced the industry are from Chicago. Shout out to Keith. I ain't gonna lie, when bro first dropped his music, I was like, what is this? Like, dude ain't even on beat. I didn't understand it. I'm a hip hop head. I love rap, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't understand it. However,
so many Keiths now.
It's so many Keiths.
Right.
You got your Lil Uzis. We were just having this conversation in the studio. You got people like Lil Uzi Vert. You know what I'm saying? He is a child of the Chief Keef sound. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't have those type of artists if you ain't have Keef. So shout out to him, because he definitely bust a wave for the whole industry to ride out on. Even with Chop, you know what I'm saying? Chop sound, the drill sound is duplicated in everybody's music. You go to New York, you hear French mixtape, it's all drill beats. You know what I'm saying? So Chicago is we are the industry. Little do people know it. And the thing is, once we're able to acknowledge that we're setting those trends and stop trying so hard to be Atlanta or be New York or be Houston or wherever, you know what I'm saying? Then we will be that dominant force that everybody already knows that we are. You know what I'm saying?
But it kind of it sounds like I don't know if you guys remember, like 3-4 years ago, Chicago airwaves were dominated by Chicago artists.
Yeah.
And it's starting to get back that way. It's like you hear Jeremiah, you hear Tink, you hear Chance, you hear Kanye, you just hear Chicago a lot more now. You know what I'm saying? I think that you hit it right on the head, is that once Chicago hones in on its owning the sound and owning that they create the trends and set the trends, and that's when it starts to change.
You got to get out of that second city mindset.
Right. I think once that happens, then I think everybody, it's like an unknown known that everybody knows that Chicago is like the third largest marketable city outside of LA and New York. I feel like once the artists start to hone in on the sound and come together and collectively say, we taking this, we taking over, it's gonna be a problem, man. It's gonna be a legitimate issue.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how strong Chicago would have been if they would have pulled the Atlanta move and just kept everything in-house?
In-house.
You know what I'm saying? Kept everybody kept all the collabs being in-house.
Repeatedly tweaking.
Say what you want about Gucci, but when you think about
Gucci worked with everybody.
Yep.
You think about when you think about all the big names in rap right now coming from Atlanta, they had to go through Gucci
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Thug, Future, even Nicki, she's not from Atlanta, but I mean Nicki Minaj. I first heard her through Gucci. So it's just like
before Wayne, before
right,
she was
exactly. It's really
free.
It's really about, you hit it on the head.
DJ Holiday, shout out to DJ Holiday too.
Keep it in house, man.
Wow, man. Yeah, Chicago. I'm so glad that you're able to see so many different sounds now. Like you said, Chance, and you got Keith and Dirk and Bibby, but then you got BJ the Chicago Kid. You got
BJ,
whose album is amazing, by the way.
Man.
But he's always been, and people always be like, who is this BJ the Chicago? And I always mention, you remember that Kanye song Impossible when the dude was snapping at the end? That's BJ. You know what I'm saying? People forget all about bro. But yeah, he's super dope.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you're listening, I want to work with you.
I think I go on the record now. I think I like Kanye's album, but I think BJ's album so far, I mean, it's only March. It's only 3 months in, but I think BJ's album is probably the most digestible album, if that's a word,
And then we got
of the year.
Vic too.
Yeah.
We got Vic. So man, I'm so excited right now for Chicago and everything that's happening right now.
You ain't mentioned somebody.
Who am I mentioning?
You ain't mentioned Ty Money because he going crazy. He just
Come on.
dropped that Asta
Come on.
Luega.
Yes,
Go
we gotta
get that.
shout that out.
Shout out DJ Moondog. He hosted that, but I put on for everybody from my
Yeah.
city, baby. Okay.
Ty Money,
Don't
man.
y'all ever forget, bro. Bro, we going crazy. Shout out to dude, the small guy.
Ty's so crazy. That I was sitting there listening to the program. I'm just like, dang,
It's crazy.
Every track though. I'm like,
Now, how you think it is when me and him get in the studio and all us, me and him, vote out? We all be in the lab together at one time doing this type of stuff. So just understand the type of magic that's being made on this side of the tracks. You understand what I'm saying?
man, it's about to be crazy.
Yeah, shout out to the gang.
You guys mentioned a lot of in-house, and keeping it in the family basically. Now can we look for something like a project with all of you guys on there, like ID?
It's a high possibility.
Okay.
Because we stay, egging each other on.
Okay.
It's all friendly competition.
But
It's like big brother, little sister type. with
Okay.
them.
Okay.
Or they making some freak ass jokes. No, I'm sorry. I just scared. Sorry.
It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah,
It's cool.
it's either left or right, but either way, it's always fun. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Definitely working on a lot of music together. I found myself working with her on the project, and she'll make me get on the song.
Yeah.
You feel me? So that energy is there. And speaking of in-house, shout out to our in-house producers. YF is one of the dopest producers coming. Novocaine, Rio Mac, you feel me? Heron, you name them. If they rocking with the team, you know what I'm saying?
We rocking with them.
We rocking with them. You feel me? In that order. You did.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So, so do y'all have like those instances where y'all all in there kicking and y'all just get to, having like I ain't gonna say like a cipher, but y'all in there, y'all battling back and forth with each other, like y'all do that?
I bet money if Time Money, well not Time Money, but ID. If you start tapping on this table in moments, Meek would come with something.
Man, y'all gotta give us a freestyle. Somebody gotta
I'm gonna get out the way.
Somebody gotta give us a freestyle.
I'm not finna play with y'all. Look out for the mixtape. It's coming. You can go down. It feels good to be great. Still on Dap Hip Lamnix, all of that. I said Lamnix, girl. On all of that, y'all can catch it there.
That's what kind of makes it more special.
Yeah.
there's
It's
a-
definitely
Believable.
organic, for sure.
It's organic,
It's
yeah.
not. It's not a forced situation. And we,
Meek is the only person that did not grow up in the same house. Like me, Ty
Yeah.
Money, Rory, Vo, we're all like blood family relatives.
unless you consider Markham skating rink a house, because we
Yeah.
was definitely in there.
You feel me? But she's family. You feel me? Like we ride for her, like we ride for each other. And
But you know what's so cool about that though?
what's that?
I'm not in your circle, but I guarantee there's no lies.
It's not.
There's
You
no
wanna be in my
lies.
circle, bro?
There's no
You wanna
lies.
kick it with me, bro?
We in a circle right now. We in a circle. But the thing is, it's like a lot of people. I think they get lied to a lot about their music,
Push y'all.
and because you guys are that close, you're not. I mean, you love one another too much to let something whack
For
come
sure.
out the studio.
And you around people that really rap, bro.
Right.
Like people that really love music. And they ain't gonna, if you do some week or you do something, you ain't even gonna want to come out the booth because you
Right.
already know they
You
can
know.
be like cracking on you as soon as you come out. Like,
What are you guys listening to these days outside of yourselves?
me right now, I've been listening to that Uzi, Love Is Rage. I don't know. I'm just like into his whole wave. He just like super energized. And then outside of that, but you can't use my phone. It's on like
Great.
the 1,000,003 play for me.
Great.
That whole mixtape was like life for me.
I think she's got another one coming out.
Yeah, I heard.
It's gonna be like catered towards Kanye's project. How her that last project was catered toward around like the Drake project. So I think this one's gonna be interesting.
She's my favorite, man. That's who I've been listening to.
What about you, ID?
Man, he said besides us, so I like.
legit listen to us.
Right.
I'm like our biggest fan. You feel
Yeah.
me? But outside of us, I definitely have found myself listening to Travis Scott. I kind of like the melodic wave. I'm a big Drake fan. I always listen to Drake
Bryson
music.
Tiller too. I know.
Tiller, man, he's
I've been into that.
he's a beast, and I also got a cousin named Marcus McClendon, man. He's super dope. He's a singer, so I write some of his material, and I listen to a lot of his music too. So, but I'm a big Chin Chilla Meek fan. I listen to a lot of Chin Chilla Meek music, and these records that we have been working on. My goodness, I promise you,
I'm so excited.
my mother.
Man.
I'm gonna let you
On
hear
my
some.
mother,
I gotta
B.
hear some.
We definitely coming. It's time.
Okay, y'all. Okay. I mean, I want to thank y'all so much for stopping by, man. The conversation was great.
It wasn't
though.
an interview. It was a conversation.
It was right. It was
a conversation.
that's
how
always
it's
the best.
supposed to
Right.
be.
That's
Y'all
how it's
just
supposed
probably
to
used
be.
to getting these people that don't know how to articulate or just
Man,
too shy to really converse, man.
Yeah, man.
We like the realest over here, yeah.
I'll be honest with you guys. I don't like guests. I don't like guests.
Like,
All right,
if I tell him I got to guess, he'll send me that little side eye like that on the
don't
emoji. He be looking at me like, I'm like, come on. I'm like,
But
man, I like her. I like her. I got this.
When it comes to this, like when we have a legitimate artist in the building, and we have someone who's really into music, because I'm a music guy. So when we have someone that's really into music, then we can have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? So.
You know how we do it, gotta be the best out. Cloud and coast, and I can't come down.